Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How are you?
Hey, it's good to see you, man. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, man.
That's great. That's
Glad we
great.
could connect.
One more time.
I said I'm glad that we could connect.
Oh yeah, same, man. Same. How's your day been?
It's good, man. How's yours?
Excellent. Can't complain. I was just playing the game with my friend, and then I went to Target to get a new bed sheet. So it's been pretty good. Chill day. Yeah.
The Tarjay,
Yeah.
you had the Tarjay run?
I had to. Yeah. I had to. Yeah. So my comforters are like burnt orange, and then I got a rug in my room that's like it's like burnt orange, royal blue, a little bit of gold. So I just I got a sheet that matched the royal blue and a pillow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it kind of
Nice
go
one.
they go together.
All right. You straight now.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, man. So what's up?
I know you said you had. First of all, I really do appreciate what you do for the community and everything. I've been seeing your videos; they're very informative. And
Thank you.
I just overall appreciate what you do for the alopecia community. But
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. But before we do get
No, no,
started,
go ahead.
I just want to ask you if you're okay with this being recorded.
Of course, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
And if you want to record it, I don't mind either. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Cool. 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 Did you have any questions for me before we get started?
No, I mean, like, I see this one. We just gonna like just have a conversation, just whatever comes to mind, things like that.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
have some questions that I want to ask you, but it really is just a conversation. I was just explaining to my friend. I was like, he's like, how long do you think your interviews usually last? I was like, man, they're really not interviews. They're just conversations. They
Got
can
it.
a conversation could be 30 minutes. It could be 5 minutes, depending on if it's going anywhere. But it could be 3 hours if it's a pretty good conversation. So never really
Right,
know.
right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to discussing anything. I mean, we can talk about anything. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, to start off, I wanted to ask you, when did you start? Well, when did you get diagnosed with alopecia?
All right. So the way it started was when I was 15 years old.
Hmm.
So that's when I got diagnosed with alopecia. It was basically like just coming home one day, actually waking up one morning. That's how it actually started. And I went, brushed my teeth, went to the bathroom. I looked in the mirror and man, I just noticed like a little spot. And I just had like went to the barber like that weekend, and it was like a Tuesday, Wednesday or something, and I went and I noticed like a little spot, and I was like, oh, maybe my barber just maybe nicked me a little bit.
Right.
So then it's like every day I'm looking, I'm like, it's not going back, and I was looking closer, and I'm like literally trying to go through the glass, the mirror in my bathroom, like trying to point it out because it started right in the front. It was like a really small like spot, almost like microscopic spot. And man, I got obsessed with it. So every day I'm looking, and it's happened for like weeks and it wasn't growing back. The hair around it was starting to grow back, but then that spot wasn't growing back. So then I was like, I started getting nervous. Then I didn't sweat it too much. Then it was like shortly after, like a few weeks after, another spot I saw it coming right next to it again. And I'm like, man, I
Mm.
started panicking, and I really didn't know what to do. And I kind of kept it secret for a little bit, like at least a few months before I even like mentioned it to my mom or anyone, because I just thought it was something that would pass. When you're 15 years old, you're thinking you're going through puberty. So he's like, oh, maybe it's part of like puberty or something like that. So then like one spot turned into two to three, and then eventually I told my mom what was going on, and then she took me to a dermatologist. And after I went to the dermatologist, they kind of diagnosed what it was, but it was still surreal, like kind of because nobody in my family had it or anything like that.
Hmm.
So just weird.
Yeah, no doubt. At 15 too. Yeah, that's like what is that middle school, or is it like
No,
freshman year of high school?
freshman year of high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a huge
freshman year.
transition already, and then dealing with alopecia, that's even bigger. So.
Yeah, man. So that's what happened. So
Mm.
it was a crazy experience. I didn't grow up with my dad, so I didn't really know what was going on. Like I had no one to talk to. No, everyone in my family looked at me like, what's up with you? What's going on with you?"
Right.
And when I got diagnosed with the doctor, then we started doing the treatments and the injections and stuff like that. But then, like after a few injections, it was like painful. So I was just like,
Yeah.
I didn't really want to do it anymore. I was kind of frustrated by the whole thing to begin with. But then
Mm.
like after a few sessions with the dermatologist, I stopped, kind of just stopped going, and was kind of like hopeful that it would grow back eventually, and then
Hmm.
it just got worse
So,
over the years
so was it
progressively.
like more of your parents' idea to get the like the steroid shots? Did you do topicals also, like the creams and stuff?
Yeah, so I did the injections, and I also like prescribed a topical. I can't remember what it was. I mean, this was like about 30 years ago, so I
Mm.
can't even tell you what it was. But yeah, so it was like a shampoo they prescribed, like prescribed to me, and then I was using it or whatever, and in addition to the injections, and this wasn't helping.
Right.
It felt like it was getting worse,
Hmm.
honestly.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
was it like their idea, or was you like, I want this, I want to get my hair back, and you tried to, pursue that?
No, it was kind of like an open discussion, really.
Okay.
Like my mom like suggested I should try it. When the doctor told me like what it was like, but like I have to inject your scalp in the areas that it was affected, things like that. I wasn't excited about that. I don't think anyone that has to get
Yeah.
needles and was excited. So, but then I was like, all right, let's just do it. And then we started going through the process, and then it was just like painful, and like the areas where the doctor injected would be like irritated and things like that. And
Hmm.
I just didn't like it. But I always thought to myself, I was just like, man, it's something internal. It can't be something that you can just inject. And always thought it was something internal, especially like when I started losing like my eyebrows and other body hair. I was like, got to be something internal. It can't be something that like it's a spot that is affected. So
Mm.
that was just my mindset. So I felt almost hopeless when the doctor was trying to go the route of doing like a topical approach
Hmm.
at the time, because I felt like it has to be something inside, like my kind of internal medicine that I needed to fix it. Um, that was always my mindset.
Okay. Dang. So when you say something internal, like you explain that to me.
Yeah, so I mean, I knew like I know the term now, like it's an autoimmune condition
Hmm.
that attacking your hair follicles, but I didn't know that language when I was 15.
Right.
So I just knew in my heart of hearts that it was something inside that was causing it. It wasn't
Hmm.
like just something like it's not like I didn't look at it like a rash, like you get a little rash in your skin, you put a little cream in it, and like the rash goes away.
Right.
Like I didn't think about that. I thought about it something like there was something inside that had to be fixed somehow, like
Okay.
maybe pills or something like that
Right.
to help.
Okay.
That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking
I
when I
could
was
definitely get
15.
that. Oh, it's like the flu. That's why it's coming out like that, or it's some type of sickness that can be relieved. Okay,
Exactly.
I get that. You have siblings?
I do. So like after I already had alopecia universalis, and I was in my 20s, and I was dating someone at the time. And I was, like I mentioned earlier, I wasn't raised with my dad. My parents got divorced when I was like 5, when I was young.
Hmm.
And then my dad was he moved to Boston, and I was living in New York. And my girlfriend at the time lost her dad when she was young. And she was like, "Your dad is still alive?" I was like, "Yeah, he's alive." She was like, "You should get in touch with him." I was like, "No, I'm not talking to him." Blah blah blah. I was upset about the whole situation. But then eventually, I reconnected with my dad, and because he was actually in Virginia, and I reconnected with my dad, and then he told me, he was like, "Yo, you have a sibling who has alopecia." I had
What?
a sister. I have a sister. I have two sisters and a brother. From my father, after my parents got divorced, he had more kids,
Right.
and I didn't know them. I knew of them, but I never met them. So he told me like, you have a sister who has alopecia just like you. I was like, gotta be kidding me. So then it kind of put the pieces together. I was like, oh, okay. So it must have came from my dad's side, because no one in my mother's side had alopecia. So I
Right.
said it had to come from my dad's side. And as I got to learn more about my father and the family history, I found out like I had like great 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 grandfathers and great great grand uncles who had alopecia, and
Wow.
kind of skipped a few generations, and it came to me and my sister. So it was like it was weird. So that's how I kind of put the piece together, figure out that it was like in your genes, kind of how it can happen.
That's interesting. I never
Yes.
I never heard anyone say that before. And my family particularly, no one has alopecia that I know of. I know my little cousin did briefly, but then after that it was gone. But other than that, no one else but me and my family has it. So maybe I gotta do an ancestry.com search and see what's going on. But
Oh, something like that. And I mean, it's in our genes some way somehow. So
mm,
someone in your family in the past could have had it, and it's just no one that anyone remembers, had it.
right.
But luckily, when I reconnected with my dad, he was like, "Yeah, I remember. My uncle, my grandfather's brother had it. I remember seeing him when we were kids, and all of them were like this bald,
Mm-hmm.
and but like he had vague memories of that. So like they passed on to me, to my
So
sister.
you're from Boston, but you live in New York now?
No, no, no. I'm from New York.
Okay.
I'm from New York. I live in Jersey now, but my father was in Boston. That's where my siblings are.
Okay.
So after my parents got divorced, my father went up to Boston, and then that's when he had my other two sisters and my brother. But now he's in Virginia, so he bounced around a few on the East Coast. But I'm pretty much in the New York. I'm in Jersey now, but I'm in the New York, New Jersey area.
Okay. All right. How do you like Jersey?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love Jersey.
I have some
Yeah,
friends
I
that
mean,
live there. They always send me come visit, but I don't see the hype, so I'm like, I don't know.
where are you based?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. You did mention that. You're
Mm.
in Atlanta, Georgia. My sister's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
My older sister. Yeah,
Okay.
no, she's in Atlanta.
Is that the one that has alopecia?
No, no, no. So my mom, like the family's crazy. Families, black families, it's crazy. So my mom had a daughter.
Yeah.
Was and my dad met my daughters. When my dad and with my mom,
Yeah.
she had a daughter. She had a daughter, my sister already.
Yeah.
And then my parents got married, and they had me.
Okay.
And then they got divorced, and he had other kids. So it was
Right.
like,
You got
yeah,
three families.
three families basically. Yeah.
That I
I don't have.
mean, that's how mine is kind of too. I have three. I have two. What is it? Biological brothers, and then I have a half brother. Then I have two half sisters, and it's just yeah, different dads
Yeah,
and different moms. It's like yeah, but
yeah, yeah.
still love them though.
Sometimes you almost have to like write it down to almost like
Hey, for
make
real, we
it
gotta put the everything together. I'm like,
just a
you
jigsaw
know, you know
puzzle.
your name, man. You know your name. Don't even. Yeah, bro. Um, so you said at 15 your alopecia started, and at the time you really didn't have anyone to talk to, or you felt like no one really understood what you were going through. So how do you feel like? Because you seem pretty confident, and you rock it well. You embrace it. So how did you get to this point?
Yeah, it was a long journey. I mean, from the age of 15 to I would say 23, 24, I was like hiding pretty much. I was just wearing, at the time at 15, you look younger than me, but at the time 15, this was like when Mace and Jay-Z and all of them were out, and they all rock their do rags like real low in the hat, real low. If you look at old pictures,
Mm,
you'll see that's how they used to dress. So man, I just kind of fit into that trend. So I would just wear my do rag really low, so it cover my eyebrows, and then I wear a hat over it. And that's what I did for like 8, 9 years. Just doing this hiding. And whenever like I would get invited to like parties or like go to a pool or do anything like that, I would kind of deny those invitations or
mm,
not go. For me to take off my hat, I would have to be it would have to be in the area that I felt very comfortable. So like in my house or in like my aunts or anyone else house, like family, they'll have to be. But like going out places, I didn't really go anywhere. And I
mm.
kind of took away from my childhood really, because I didn't really want to do anything. I just wanted to stay in my room. And I was already an introvert, but then I was like super introverted at that point. I would just be home playing video games and just be home. I wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But you asked me how I got to this point. It was just like, so I started just embracing it. And like when I had to go into corporate America, and I realized like I had to just like not, I couldn't hide behind a hat and do rags anymore. I just stopped, like took it step by step. Like I just went out without my do rag, just kind of went, and people would stare here and there, but then I was just like, after a while, like people didn't care. Like everyone was just doing their own business.
Right.
So I realized I was just like everyone else. And then I started like over time, I just came out of that shell. But I was kind of forced into it when I wanted to get to corporate America and start working because you can't wear like hats and do rags when you work in
Right.
corporate places. So that's what happened, and then eventually I just gained my confidence.
I love
But
to hear that.
mhm.
It does sound like it was like a struggle, but I love to hear that you are now. You're comfortable in your own skin. Um, I did. Dang, what was the question I had for you? Excuse me. I can't remember what I was saying. If it comes back to me, I'll say it.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
but yeah, so what do you do for work?
Well, right now I'm actually just working with people with alopecia at the moment.
That's
You
amazing.
know, I'm trying to work and consult people with alopecia, and I have a online community now that people come and learn about alopecia and learn how to like overcome it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just speaking engagements and things like that. And I have a book that I released about alopecia. So
Mm.
that's what I'm pretty much doing for income right now.
I'll have to check out your book, definitely,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely. And
I
it's
send you a
off
copy.
topic. Oh, really?
Yeah, I send you a copy.
Oh, is it a hard copy?
Yeah, it's a hard copy. Yes.
Ah, okay. I appreciate that, man. For real. I'll email you my address.
Of course. Yeah, and I send it to
And this is off topic though. But I really do. It's your office.
you. This is my office.
I,
Yeah.
I like the vibe it got. It's fire. It's something I would do.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I just actually just did it. Like everything was all white. Like, and then I was like going into the new year. I was like, I want to start putting out content. That's why you're starting to see a lot of stuff coming out.
Yes, your
So
content
I
is
said,
fire.
thanks, man, I appreciate it. So I said I want to put content out. So I said, let me just redo my office. And then I just started like doing stuff in my office. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's really nice. Did you do it yourself?
yeah, I did it myself. Yeah, I was gonna hire
Dang.
someone to do it. I was gonna hire someone to do it, but then I didn't want to like wait and like do the whole due diligence to find someone. So I
Mm-hmm.
just did it myself. Yeah,
Dang. So you had alopecia for 30 years, you would say?
30
30
years. Correct.
years. Dang. So like I know you said when you got into like corporate America, that's when you really started to open up and break out of your shell. How liberating was that? Like to just know where you started and then knowing where you are now at that point in time.
You know what? It's to think about it now, it's an amazing journey. You know, to see like a lot of things like this crush people for life. You know, they get in a shell and they don't want to do anything and they get stuck in that mindset for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just fortunate enough that although I had alopecia, I still was able to get like a girlfriend or girlfriends over that time. So I felt like that gave me some kind of confidence. Like, okay, so I'm clearly not an ugly person or some a person that someone's not attracted to. So that kind of gave me some kind of confidence, and then that's what allowed me to like just realize like I still have beauty in me. I'm still handsome, like things like that. Although you shouldn't try, although that shouldn't really be a means for you to get self worth.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, my experience that's kind of how I was able to get my confidence.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand. I get that. I mean, you found something that felt good to you and you ran with it. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, if it's keeping you happy, it's keeping you motivated, by all means.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
not doing anyone
absolutely.
else harm. So,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
I think I remember the question I wanted to ask you now, because
Okay.
I know you were saying growing up you were like an introvert and you stayed like in the house. I did too, but I feel like the difference between the reason why you were maybe doing it and me. I don't want to say this is like definite, right? But I really just like playing video games. I just told you I was playing a game.
Yeah, right, right.
Like I honestly I did a lot of like outside stuff with my brother because he's older than me. When I was young, I was places I was not supposed to be in. But like now, I'll sit back and play the video game. Even when I was younger, I would play the video game. Maybe basketball practice, football, track, stuff like that. And I didn't want to be outside or in the mix doing all type of wild stuff. But
Right.
so do you? What I was gonna ask was, do you feel like no? Do you regret like staying inside at that younger age? Like, do you feel like you were more active or like yeah, just doing things in general?
I no, I don't regret staying inside because it kind of developed me into the person I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was inside, I was doing a lot of coding, so that kind of led into when I was doing tech, it led to that. Um, it led me to really it led me to like really find like who I was really, who I am today. So I don't have any regrets about. being introverted. And when I was young, I played a lot of video games too. I had friends come over. We used to play a lot of games and things like that. But no, man, I don't have any regrets about being that way. And I think
That's good.
I was already introverted before alopecia
Uh,
happened, but then I became super, like I said, super introverted before. And also, like thinking about it, my mom, she was very strict. She's a Caribbean woman. She was very strict, and she didn't like play no games.
yeah.
So it's like I couldn't like, so like me staying inside like fed into all of that too. So that all of that contributed to me just wanting to be in the house because like my mom didn't want me to get in trouble because a lot of my friends that I grew up with, they was like in the streets and selling drugs and things like that. And like my mom saw that happening and was trying to protect me from it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
me staying inside was actually to my benefit, honestly.
Yeah, my mom still don't allow spending nights to this day. I know exactly what you mean. Nah, nah,
Right.
nah, nah, nah. So my mom and my dad put in perspective. They like, okay, yeah, you're on the game all day, right? You're on the game,
Right.
but at least I know where you at. Like, at least I know you okay. So they were like, okay, well, you could be doing this, but you're in the house. You're doing something. I
Exactly.
know you're safe. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all.
No,
Nothing
it's
wrong.
nothing wrong with it. No, it's nothing wrong at all.
Um, so as a man, right? Do you feel like losing your hair was easier for you, or was it like harder?
Hmm. I mean, obviously, I can't speak from a female perspective, but
Right.
I think for men, it's hard. It's a blanket statement. I mean, I can't. It's hard to say. I guess I speak for me.
Yeah. Yeah. For
I
you.
think for me. It was hard losing my hair. It was. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, people say I'll tell you a story after this, but
Hmm.
actually, I'll tell you the story now because it's fitting. So when I worked in corporate America, I had a gentleman, and I just posted a video about this actually. I had a gentleman named Felix. He was older than me. He was naturally going bald. So like he would shave every day just to like come to work and just be clean or whatever. And I was sitting on my desk. He came at me. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "How you get your head so smooth?" And I was like, "I have alopecia and I don't grow hair." He was like, "Yo, you're lucky." So now I'm looking at him like, I'm lucky. Like I wish I had the option to grow hair and I could, And then he told me I'm lucky. So that was like the perspective I had about like this growing hair was like, you know, like I just like I was kind of like was it threw me back a little bit because I was just like he says I'm lucky. I feel I guess somewhat unlucky for not being able to grow hair, but it's all about perspective on how you look at it. So
Exactly.
to answer your question, man, I mean I don't know if it's I think it's hard. I think it's really case by case on how people take it,
Hmm.
but I think everyone wants the option to be able to grow hair. You know, that's how I feel.
I agree. I know my friends. They like to brag and be like, "Bro, you probably save so much money not going to the barber shop, man." And one day I had calculated it. I think it was like 1,500 or something like that. It was like, cause you need your haircut at least twice a month. I'm like, twice a month. It was like,
Hmm.
yeah, and then each haircut probably gonna be like 40 to 60. I'm like, bro, what? Nah, 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 nah. Calculated like 1,500. I'm saying 1,500. Oh, okay.
That's all. Yeah. My mom said the same thing. She was just like, well, at least because I used to go to the barbershop every week. I used to get my cut every week, and my mom used to like, well, at least you don't have to spend that money on barbershops anymore. I was like, well, I kind of still want to go. I wish I could still go. So
Man, because it's not even about the haircut, man. It's just the pampering. You know what I mean? Like it's therapeutic.
it is. It
Yeah.
is therapeutic. It is therapeutic.
Hmm.
Going to the barbershop is definitely good because like it's an opportunity to kick it with the fellas,
Right.
opportunity to just chop it up and talk,
Right.
things like that. That's pretty much our therapy. Going to going
I
to the
agree.
barbershop,
I agree.
chopping it.
I agree, man. I remember going to the barbershop. Last time I've been to the barbershop was probably like middle school. Yeah, that was probably like what, a lot of years ago. But
Yeah.
the only thing I remember is them arguing over who was better, Michael Jordan or LeBron. and
Yeah.
then and then stuff I've never heard about. Like I don't know what they were talking about. I bet now if I was hearing those conversations, I'd be like, bro, y'all crazy.
So how old were you when you lost
I was
hair?
7 when I was diagnosed with alopecia.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't completely lose my hair to like high school. So,
Mm,
like, when I first got diagnosed, my parents they were trying everything pretty much, from the injection steroids to the topicals, home remedies, like anything, right? Um, but growing up, I never really cared about what I was going through. It is what it is. Cause I used to have like a mohawk, right? And everybody was like, bro, like you got this mohawk with bald spots in it. What's going on? Like I was like, I don't know, I don't care. My mom's like, you want to just cut it all off? I'm like, nah, like not cutting my hair off, man. And then yeah, it just started falling out. He got a little lower. Still had the bald spots. Didn't want to go bald. And then alopecia just said, all right, you ain't got no choice now.
yeah.
Just took it all. But yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Growing up, people joke for sure, but I was definitely always joking back. Um, my siblings, they were cool about it. They would joke too. I'm joking right back on them. Nothing
Yeah.
crazy. Mom, she was just like, "Oh my baby, how are you? Oh, anything I can." I'm like, "Mom, bro, please, like, oh, leave me alone." I remember she had me get eyebrow injections. Oh my goodness, bro! I was like, I said, "Yo, this is my last day coming here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming
Oh,
back. Or I'll have blood coming out my eyebrows. I'm not doing this no more." Yeah,
yeah. I feel it. That's exactly what I was going through with that.
yeah,
I,
bro.
I didn't I didn't at the time my eyebrows wasn't. I still had my eyebrows when I was getting injections, but then I stopped way before. I was like,
It's
I'm not
too
going down this
much,
road.
bro. It's too
And
much, man. They want you to come like every week. I'm like, I'm not coming every week, bro,
then,
to do this. It's not.
yeah,
I don't even see nothing growing back. I'm not doing this.
right.
Not one time did I see a piece of hair grow back. I'm like, yeah, nah, this is not working. This is a waste of everybody's time, mom. Yeah, nah, we're not doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
So let me
insurance
ask you,
covering this?
the insurance. What you said? What you said about the
I
insurance?
say, is it? I was gonna say, is insurance covering this? Like, oh, is this
Exactly
worth
right. Coming in
it?
every week. Yeah, that's what he wants. So maybe that's why they want you to come every week because
Exactly. What was
I
you
don't
saying
know.
though?
I was saying that did you? I read a stat one time about people who have alopecia, like especially like kids who have alopecia, have to more so console their parents, and they're the one that's going through like the trauma, if you will. Did you ever remember a time like where you had to like console like your parent? Because it sounded like your mom was very like involved with it.
Mm, no, no, not that I can remember. Like I said, my mom, she knows exactly like how I am. Like she knows I'm. People used to call me defiant because I just wasn't
Mm,
taking anybody's crap back then.
yeah.
To this day, but I'm not defiant of that category they put on me. But nah, she knew I was just like very confident in how I felt, and um, my dad knew it too. My whole family knew it too. So I never really had to console my parents. If I did, then it might have just her been like trying to see if I was okay. Oh my gosh, I heard this happen at school. This, that. And I'm just like, it's good, mom. I'm fine. Thank you, though. That's probably it, honestly. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
And um
I didn't mean to cut you off.
no,
I'm sorry.
I didn't. No, it's all good. Yeah, I didn't. I don't recall seeing my mom ever like feeling a certain way. I know she did though,
Yeah.
but she didn't show me that she was feeling a certain way. Because like I said, my mom is like Caribbean, and she's like always her outer shell has always got to be like tough. So
Yes.
I know inside she was probably hurting for me, but she didn't want. She wanted to display strength because she wanted me to have hope into like possibly it growing back. So I think that's how it went down.
Mm.
So I never had to console my mom about it, but she always instilled hope in me. It's like it'll grow back. I'm praying it's gonna grow back. That's what she always kept that hope in
Mm-hmm.
me, and I felt the hope, but then when I went to the doctor, then I felt defeated. So it was kind of like two different um scenarios.
Mm.
Um, what I was gonna ask you was about in school. Did you ever have to go to like bullying or anything when you was in school? No, like nobody.
No. Nah. Like people would try and nah, not, it never worked. Like I,
Okay.
I Nah, never, never. Cause
Never.
I was, let's say, a popular kid, but I kind of was popular by just being me, which was weird. I'm the only kid in the school with bald spots in his head. Like everybody knows exactly who I am. But I was also like low key too. Um, but everybody knew me. It was respect everywhere. People would joke, like I said, and I'm joking back.
Yeah.
It get too serious. We might have to. but yeah, I mean that's just how school is, bro. Kids is mean, so and they're
Yeah.
not understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to a small like high school, so like when I was going through it, I didn't hear like anyone like make any direct jokes like to me about
Mm.
it. I'm sure people talked about it, but no one came to me and was like, "Oh," like trying to make fun of me or bully me. I'm also like a big guy, so it's like maybe nobody was like wanted to like poke the bear, if you will,
Yeah.
because it's like
Hey
he
man.
might push me once and I'm done. 'Cause, like I was always like one of the bigger kids in school, so maybe that had I think that played into people not like trying to test me with that.
Yeah.
And and I think I started to like walk on like I was in school. I had to take off my hat, so it's like that was another like place that I felt a little comfortable, just like being whatever.
Yeah.
And no, like especially the teacher was cool, everybody was cool, so I never got bullied in school either. So
Okay. Would you want your hair back to come, or would you want your hair back to come? Would you want your hair to come back?
um, you know what? If it came back, it did. It comes back, but I don't like want my hair to come back. But if it comes back, I'll be happy if it comes back. But if it doesn't, then I'm cool too. I'm just happy with who I am. The person I am and who God made me. That's really who I'm happy. However God wants me to be, that's how I am. And God
Amen.
ordained it for us to be how we are. So um, I'm happy with that. You know.
Amen. So, your book name is Hairless but Fearless, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Amazing. What inspires you to write that?
Well, the reason I wrote the book was because, like I mentioned earlier, when I was growing up, I had no one to really turn to as far as talking to someone about alopecia, or no one in my family to talk to about it. And I didn't want that if my great grandkids had it, that they'll go through the same experience I have. Although it's a different time, now you can just chat GPT, Google, who knows what'll be out in 30, 40, 50 years from now, what people can do as far as technology. But when I was growing up, there was no internet. So there was nobody to really talk to. And um, I wanted to have a resource so that way my family could look at it. But as I was writing the book, like my eyes started opening to the possibilities of not just helping my family, but it's helping millions of people who have it. 'Cause I think the last time I checked, it was like 7 million people in America
Mm.
have alopecia. So I was like, if I could just help one person with this book, of course my family will be helped. But if I could just help one person overcome what they're going through with alopecia, or just feel different, or feel confident about themselves, or just walk differently, just feel different about them, feel confident, you know, I'll be satisfied.
Right.
So as I was writing the book, I didn't just make it about me. I made it about anyone who reads the book can just overcome, or I wouldn't say overcome, could at least have a toolkit to use or to refer to when they feel certain ways, and that they can have a resource to go to. So that's
Hey,
kind of the
bro.
reason, you know.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Have you had anybody reach out to you about the book, say that they felt informed or have been using it?
Not not yet. I get that from a post that I put up, but I didn't get it from the book specifically. That somebody reached out and said, "Yo, your book changed me," or anything like that. No, not yet. Anyway, I should say, not yet.
Not
And I'm
yet.
hopeful I'm hopeful that will happen one day. And of course, I'll embrace whoever reaches out. Um, but yeah, that's the reason I wrote the book.
That's pretty cool. I love to hear that. I can't wait to get my copy.
Of course.
Where could I purchase the book at if I
Okay.
want the
Well, I mean, the place I have like the hard cover copies on Amazon if you want to get it there, but the soft cover I have it on my website hairlessbutfearless.com. You can go there and purchase the book. It's like 50% off on my site than if you go to Amazon. It's a little bit more money there, but yeah, if you go to hairlessbutfearless.com, you can purchase the book there, and yeah, it'll help you.
That's pretty
It'll help
cool.
anyone.
Okay, great. I'll let my people know for sure that there's resources out there and written by people with alopecia and people that have been through it. So there's stuff out there for everybody.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, the journey. I mean, this journey has brought me a long way. So it brought me to like, join NAF, the national. If anybody don't know, it's the National
Hmm.
Alo- Alopecia Areata Foundation. So I joined them, and I'm part of their like leadership team in doing advocacy work
Oh yeah, you
with them now.
you mentor people through there, right?
Well, I mentor people on my own,
Oh, my
but
bad, my bad.
through NAF, I'm not. They have like a mentorship program where they have mentors, but I'm not part of that program. I'm
Hmm.
part of their advocacy program. So where we basically go to legislators in our state and just tell them like, hey, we need to make wigs like part of like a cranial prosthetic. So basically, make sure that wigs are covered under Medicare and
Yeah,
Medicaid, like that, so that way people could use their insurance card to get wigs,
right.
things like that. So only for people with alopecia, people with cancer, anyone that has a condition that makes them completely lose their hair.
Even burn
So
victims, right?
burn victims,
Yeah.
anyone with like any like any facial differences, they can use
Hmm.
that, or anyone who needs wigs, right? So they trying to put that into law, right? A bill just came out recently, actually like yesterday. A bill came out for the new office to come out, and we're trying to push for legislators to co-sponsor the bill so that way it can be written into law. Because once it's in law, then everyone is going to jump on board. All the insurance company has to jump on board
They
once
have
it's in
to.
law,
Hmm.
and then that's the goal. Although wigs are not like the cure for alopecia or any of the diseases we talked about, but it helps people feel normal by just getting wigs and things like that. So that's something that we're pushing for. So yeah,
I love that, man. How's that going so far?
it's good. I mean, I joined the legislative team fall of last year, and they did some restructuring and things like that, and then now we're like totally on board because it was like an election year, so like things were like kind of on pause when administrations are switching over. So you have to kind of wait till everybody get comfortable in their role again, and now that all of the legislators are like comfortable, if you will,
Hmm.
now we can start pushing the bill, and now we can start pushing them to co-sponsor bills to make it work. And I think that alopecia is just hair loss, or just your hair. It's more than that.
It's definitely more than that.
Mental, it causes mental issues with a lot of people. So you have to take it seriously. So
Hey, what you're doing is amazing. I can't wait to see more about it in the future. Um, I think that's crazy, and I've never heard anyone said that they do that. So
mhm.
to hear you say that, it's very eye opening. So there's so much more than just you know, I guess what being there for somebody, like actually doing the work and getting these laws established for people to feel comfortable too, because that's very important. Mental health
Right.
is very important, and having somebody fight for you, bro, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Like,
absolutely, absolutely. So
because there's a lot of
like
selfish people that don't even do anything for nobody. But what you're doing is like it's insane, bro. It's crazy.
man, I believe like sometimes like you go through stuff and God allows stuff to happen to you, and you look at it like, why me? Why is this happening to me? But then you don't know, like, God is already ahead. God already seen everything. So he
Amen.
already knows that he wanted me to be in the legislation and fighting for alopecia when my first hair fell out. He already knew. So
Hmm.
it's just a matter for us to catch up to what God has planned for us and to really embrace it, not look at things that happen. Don't look at things like it happened to you, but you have to look at it like it happened for you,
Amen.
and not only for me, but it happened for everybody that's been through it. So it's like writing the book was just a start. It was just a start of me just like trying to leave like a little legacy play for my family, but then it opened my eyes into how much more I can do. So that's kind of been my mission, my purpose, really.
I love that. I love to hear that. For real. I know that means a lot. Like that means a lot to me, and like I can't even put it to words how much that mean to me, man. Like that's crazy. That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Um,
So do you have any friends that have alopecia? Like
Friends,
in
like close friends.
school, like anything like that? No, you didn't know anybody. You was like the only person in your school. You said that had like the
Yeah,
spots, right?
yeah, pretty much. I don't think I have. I do. Noah. Yeah, my boy Noah. But he lives in you know where Victoria is in Canada?
Victoria, yes,
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah.
He lives in Victoria. So my friend Connor, he's like my best friend, like my brother, right? He lives in Canada and I know I go visit him like every year in March for his birthday. He was telling me beforehand, he was like, hey, I got this friend. His name's Noah. He has alopecia. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, and I'm not thinking nothing of it. But then I see him, tall guy like a unicorn, right? Like 6'5", 6'6". I'm like, dang, bro, tall as heck. So then I see him, but he don't see me. So I'm playing it cool. I'm like, trying to get him to like look like, hey,
Mhm.
bro, like you don't know about me, but I know about you. Like just look around for a second. So he sees me. He's like, you're like me. Yeah,
Twins,
for
right?
real. Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
just been cool ever since. I actually have an interview of him on my YouTube.
Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
he's on there. But yeah, Noah's a great guy. Yeah, Noah's a great guy. He's pretty cool. I think he's working like construction right now.
Okay,
Real chill dude. Real chill dude. Yeah.
that's cool.
What about you though? You got any friends with alopecia?
No, not like any close friends, just like acquaintances that I've known over the years that have alopecia, but no one close that
Hmm.
had alopecia that I know. No, I knew a few guys that had it that got patches in their beard, but then it grew back, but nothing like alopecia universalis. I don't know
Right.
any. Well, I don't know. Mm-mm.
Okay. So do you be
Not
going
yet. Not yet.
to
Not yet.
the
I'm sorry.
NAF meetings or like the conferences?
Well, no, I didn't. I've never been, but I'm going. I'm going this year in Orlando. I'm actually speaking there this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be speaking there this year in
That's
Orlando. Are you
amazing.
going?
I'm considering it.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, if you we gotta connect for
Of
sure.
course. Of course. That's no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go. I just gotta look at it again. I forgot what month it was in.
Yeah. It's in June.
Oh, it's in June?
June, the last weekend in June, I want to say.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I'll look at it after this conversation.
Yeah,
Because that is
pretty
something
good.
I would be interested in. Um, I did an interview with this lady named Jody, and she was telling me how she goes to a lot of them, and she's like, I
Mm,
have to go. I was like, really? She's like, you have to go. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, all right, I'll go.
yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go last year, but then we had a family vacation plan at the time, so
Hmm.
it was kind of conflicting. But then, yeah, I'm definitely going. I'm definitely going this year. There.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what you're doing so far is amazing, right? You have the book. You're doing stuff with legislation. I can't speak. The
Legislation.
legislators. You're doing stuff
It's
with the
okay.
legislators, right? And like you're doing mentorship. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, you are doing mentorship. Yeah, on your own, right? You're also
Mhm.
working with NAF. Um, I would say you have a pretty sound like legacy already. Like if anybody was to be a role model, it would be you. Um,
For sure.
so do you feel like you accomplished everything you needed to as of right now, or do you feel like there's way more to do?
Oh no, I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. And a lot of times, in life, like you don't know where things are going to take you. Like I never thought I could write a book. Like when I was young, I didn't read any book. I would play video games and I would code. I did coding when I was young, but I didn't read. And my mom used to punish me. My mom used to like turn the video games off and go read a book. So and stuff like that. And I never thought I would write it to not to be to that phase to writing a book. I didn't think I would ever get there. And now to be doing the legislative work, I didn't think I was going to go there either. So I honestly don't know. I usually like to say like you jump in the water and you build the ship while you're in the water. You
Hmm.
know, you don't wait to be you don't wait for everything to be built and then move.
Right.
I like to I like to build a ship while I'm in the water. So I don't know where God's going to take me, and I'm just preparing. That's all I could do is prepare, just get better every day,
Yeah.
so that when that opportunity presents itself, I'll be ready. That's kind of my mindset. So I feel like I'm just beginning. I feel like I have so much more that I can do, and so much people that I can impact and help and things like that. So I'm just trying to. I'm just getting started, honestly.
Okay. So out of everything you've already told me about yourself, um, do you feel like what was I going to say? I can't think. I forgot what I was going to. I just lost my whole train of thought.
All good.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh man. Okay. Sorry about
All
that. Sorry about
good.
that. Oh yeah.
When you go to Target and you leave, it usually kind of messes with you a little bit.
That's probably it's the target here. That's exactly what it is. You're
Target,
right.
yeah.
It's the bright lights. That's what it is. Yeah. Cause I know it was such a good question. I just can't remember what I was gonna say. Yeah. Everything I have written down. We've already pretty much spoke about
Okay.
everything, right? Um. Okay.
So I guess let me ask
That's
you
a.
something. What do you see yourself? I know that you interview people with
Mhm.
alopecia. What's your goal? I know you have merch too, right?
Yeah.
I thought I saw merch. So you have merch too. I
Hmm.
gotta get me some merch. I'll pick up some merch. And yeah, so like, where do you see yourself going with the? It's like
So
the podcast.
my idea is to like create a safe space for people to just speak about whatever they need to, and I want to have I want to have in person meetings. Excuse me. I want to have in person meetings about alopecia, like support groups, kinda. But in like different states and cities and all types, all around the world, and just people can come together and just feel like, wow, this is eye opening. I feel home, kind of like a church. You know what I mean? Like yeah, people just could come and just learn about themselves, learn about other people's experience, and just get knowledge on, going through life dealing with alopecia. So I
Yeah.
would say that's like my ultimate goal. Um, yeah, and just spread awareness also. Spreading awareness is key because there is a lot of people that is ignorant in the subject and they don't really understand too much about it, you know. So yeah, that those are like my number two things as of right now.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. So you ever heard the app like called Meetup? It's like a Meetup app.
Meetup?
You can start Meetup. It's called Meetup.
Mm-mm, never heard of it.
Uh, yeah. It's called Meetup. So what it is like exactly what you just mentioned. So you could start a Meetup called Alopecia People or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever how you want to name it, and then you could like it's almost like exactly what you're talking about. So you have a venue, you find a place where you want to do the meetup, and then you set up a time. It could be like once a month, once a week, however often you want to do it. And people with alopecia or anybody, whoever you want to come and kind of network. But it's called Meetup. It's an app you can download on your phone called Meetup. And then once you get it,
Mm-hmm.
you'll kind of go like play around and see what other people are doing, and then you can kind of like build do your own thing and build it.
Is it
And that'll be a cool.
meetup, social events, and groups?
Yep,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, it's called Meetup.
Because there's the other
Like
one, and that don't look like.
I'm not talking about link up. I'm talking about meet up. Or hook up. No, it's meet called meet up.
Okay, cool. Got you. Thank you. I'll look
Yeah,
into
social.
that.
Yeah, just meet up. Yeah, yeah, we do that. When I was like a real estate agent, I used to do that a lot. Go to like a lot of different real estate meetups in my city,
Hmm.
and that's like network with other people and things like that. But people create their own meetups, and then you can create your own meetup, and then you can create like a community basically.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cause I would love for someone, what I'm doing, but on their own time, some person they met, and be able to just communicate with them. It doesn't have to be publicized. Just being there. You know what I mean? Just having those conversations with people.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you. And let me see. Okay, I got this question down. It seems like a pretty good question. It says, "What was the lowest point in your journey, in your alopecia journey? Like, when did you feel like you hit rock bottom dealing with alopecia? If you don't mind me asking."
Yeah, no. No, that's fine. In my lowest point, probably my lowest point is when I was 15, when I realized like it was something serious. Like it wasn't just like something that was like a fly by night type thing. And when I was like looking in the mirror every day, and then I realized, actually, I could say it was this. It was when I went to the doctor's office and they told me like they put a name on it.
Hmm.
Like they said it was something. So it is something. Like that's what's kind of like my lowest point. And then they kind of painted the picture of like the process of attempting to get it back, and they didn't instill like any hope that it would grow back because they told me like there was this like my mom was asking, is this hair gonna grow back? And the doctor was like, well, there's a percentage of people grow their hair back, these percentage of people don't grow their hair back, this, that, and the other. If you do like 100 treatments, then you might get one strand of hair back. And I'm like, what? So then that's
Crazy.
kind of was my low point when I realized like it's something serious. Uh, but then when it started spreading more, and that's when like I kind of like almost gave up. That's when I gave up a lot of hope. Like when I
Hmm.
started losing like my eyebrows, it's like that's when I started like realizing like, oh man, like I'm gonna lose my expression too. Like I can't even I can't really express myself like I used to. So then that's what was kind of like my lowest point. So that's probably like at the age of like 16, 17, you know,
So you started losing your eyebrows at 17?
around 17.
Oh, so it happened. Everything happened like pretty fast for you.
Yeah, so from 15, like between 15 and 16 is like when I lost, I would say 50% of my like hair on my scalp. And then like going towards like 16, 17 is when I started losing like my eyebrows.
Mm.
And by like 18, it was like
It was gone.
done. It was gone.
Dang.
Yeah, gone.
Dang. That's
It
crazy.
was, it was crazy. Yours was like longer though, right? Because you like
Yeah.
started at, it wasn't until like high school.
7 elementary, and then yeah, like I lost like 100% of my hair my senior year of high school because I still had little specks of eyebrows.
Yeah,
But yeah, senior year of high school. So that's a pretty long time. Dang, it was like 3 years.
mine was like 3 years. It went like
Whew.
fast,
I couldn't imagine. You couldn't even get acclimated. It's just like
I
one thing,
think
another thing, another thing, another thing. Like, oh man.
I just started to grow my little peach fuzz in my thing. I was starting to feel myself a little. I was like, okay, I'm getting a little, and then after that was gone. I was like, oh, I could never even experience like facial hair, like,
Man,
so,
man, that's true, man. That's true. I think I had
right?
like three, three.
Yeah, I think I had like one that grew, and then it was
Oh
like,
man,
I looked the next day, it was gone. I was like,
I
oh
had this. I had this one piece of hair that would just always grow back. It was just one long one, and I was like,
man,
ah, okay, well, yeah, I keep
okay.
this. And then
Oh,
this
you
girl I knew,
the
she just walked up
you
and
can brush
said,
it. Yeah, I had one of those in my,
"Terrible."
I had one of those in my arm. Like I had a hair that used to grow long. It used to like mad long. It used to be in my arm. And then I used to I used to like twirl it and stuff. I was
No,
like,
for
whoa.
real. I wanted to ask. So, me personally, like my like some like I'll have underarm hair that grow back, but it'd be like very small, or it'd be like gray. Have you ever seen
Okay.
that like gray hair, or is
Yeah,
like just your
I've
grow
seen
at
my
all?
at this point no, but like my 20s, I'll say my 30s. Like my 30s, I will see like one here, but it wouldn't be great. I think I had still one gray hair one time, but
Mm.
that's like well, I think I was like in my 40s.
I wonder why, because I've looked it up and I have never got a valid answer on why it turns gray.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a lot of times. I think I read something somewhere that the hair usually starts like for alopecia. They usually grow back gray initially, and then the hair that follows it goes to your natural hair color afterwards. I've
Okay,
seen stuff on the different blogs and things, but I think everyone's
interesting.
different.
Yeah, because there's so much stuff that we don't know about alopecia. It's like, yeah, it's like a maze. It's
Yeah,
like, oh, we're about to figure it out. Oh wait, oh no, no, You gotta go back now. You gotta go back on the other way. Yeah.
Once you think you got me figured out, you're like, oh no, 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 you don't have
Ah,
you figure me out. Yeah.
man. So how do you feel about like medicines and stuff that they be coming out with? I know I seen you did a video on it was some type of treatment.
Yeah, it was like the Jack inhibitor.
Yeah, right, right. How did you feel about stuff like that?
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for anything that pushes alopecia forward. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not I'm pro medicine. I'm pro going through the process. And looking back, I think you asked me if I had any regrets. I guess I probably should have just stuck it out a little bit longer, just to see, at least give it a year to see like what it would do after a year. I gave it a few months, like 2, 3 months, and I was done. But if I gave it a little bit longer time, maybe it would have helped a little bit better. You know, maybe it would have given me some more hope. So I'm all for medication and all for what the doctors are researching out there. I'm for it, you know, and I encourage anyone that is going to go down that road to stick with it, you know, just to see where it takes you, you
Okay.
know. So I'm for it. Yeah. Jack
Okay.
inhibitor.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, because it's mixed. It's mixed. Uh, like ways how people feel about the medicines and stuff like that. Some people think it's not gonna work. You're just poisoning yourself, and then people like you agree with you. They're saying, oh, like stick it out. It could work.
It
You
could work.
know, it's all about being
That,
consistent. That's for anything though.
that's the thing. Consistency is the key to life, man. If you're consistent with it, eventually it usually pays off if you're
Yeah.
consistent. But at the time we give up on things before we even let it allow it to have fruition, you know?
Right.
Uh, yeah, so I would encourage anyone to think. And one principle I'm going to share with you that my mentor shared with me, like anytime you plant a seed, it always grows downward first,
Mm-hmm.
and that downward is always the dark times. Like any seed that's underground, they're dealing with moisture, they're dealing with resistance from growing the roots. They have to fight down to grow the roots. They're dealing with like ants and all kind of stuff down there that's trying to eat it and devour it. And but what we see is we see the plant that grows, right? We see the tree that's beautiful, then we see the flower that's beautiful, but we don't see the process that the growing, the germination process that it happens. So when we go through our injections and we go through things like that, that's the germination phase. That's the phase that dark. That's the phase that hurts. That's the phase that our eyebrows bleed when we get injections, like you mentioned
Mm-hmm.
earlier. That's what happens. So if we allow that to happen, eventually we'll see um, the flower or the tree or the plant or the hair in this case grow. You know, so
Right. Yeah, man.
that's a analogy right there.
Yeah, the adversity, man. I love adversity.
Yeah.
Just shows me how much I can take before I'm ready to get out of there. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
yeah, experience is the best teacher for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, man, let me see. But I would definitely love to link up in Orlando.
Come in, let me know, hit me up, and then we could definitely connect. I think it's going to be a good. I think this is going to be a good experience down
Mm,
there. They just mentioned the keynote speaker. I forgot her name. She's like Miss one of the. She represents one of the states or something like that. As like you know how every states have like the pageants. Every state has a winner.
yeah,
But she's the winner for one of the states, and
she's like Miss Wyoming.
something like that. Yeah. So she's going to be the keynote speaker this year. They just announced it yesterday. I forgot her name.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a great conference. It's going to be my first time there, so I'm excited for it. Just to be around people that have similar walks of life, similar experiences, you know, similar pain,
Right.
pain. They've been through things like that. It's just connect with people.
It's gonna be crazy. It's like hundreds of people with alopecia meeting up.
Yeah, I heard the last time it was like 600 people there.
Jeez.
And people with alopecia and also their families too, you know.
Yeah.
The family members that have to, you know, kind of be the therapist for their child or
Mm.
their children, things like that. So yeah,
Dang, I didn't even think about that. Like all the children is gonna be there also. Man.
yeah. So, question: they just had a walk recently. I know they have to have one in Atlanta. Every state has one. They have a walk in is it November or October or August? I can't remember what month, but they do have that. Well, alopecia month is September, so it's in September. They have the walks
Mm.
in every state. So last year I went to one in Philly. It was great, man. You see kids there, a lot of kids with alopecia, and there's a lot of people with alopecia. A lot of people who had alopecia and it grew back. I've seen a lot of people like that. It's like, oh yeah, I had alopecia when I was 9, and then it grew back after a few years after treatment and medication. So it was good. So I try to connect to that one in Atlanta.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I had one in September also.
Okay.
I only had one person come or two people come, but it was it was still enjoyable though.
Okay.
Had
Okay. Okay.
walked Stone Mountain. I don't know if you're familiar with Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain. Yeah, I know Stone Mountain.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though. But yeah, I never really even participated in the alopecia walk in Atlanta before.
Okay.
I have to look into
Okay.
that. And Nav has that.
Yeah, NAF has it. It's free. You just sign up for it, and then they tell you the location where it's going to be, and you meet up. And they usually have like food and like usually like conducted like in a park somewhere, and then that's where you walk around the park. And usually have like festivities and stuff there. So it's a cool event to
Let me
go to.
see. It says Team Atlanta. Oh, this one says it's in Springboro, Ohio. I will not be in Springboro, Ohio. Team Atlanta. Let's see. Let's see. Mm, I'll just look at it later. Oh, I found it. Oh, Atlanta. Oh, they got one in Savannah also.
Okay.
Cool, 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 cool.
Yeah, my sister's in Woodstock.
Woodstock, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's like what, an hour from Atlanta.
Yeah,
I think.
it's a little bit out the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, with traffic, an hour, hour and a half.
There's traffic all the time in Atlanta. Every time I go
Bruh.
there, every time I go in Atlanta, there's traffic.
Bro, who are you telling? I live in West Midtown, and I'm
Okay.
so happy I live by like Atlantic Station because I can walk to Target. I
Okay.
can walk to grocery stores and so amazing. I don't have to deal with none of that. I don't
Cool.
have to deal
Cool.
with any of that, man. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, the
You
Marta's
know,
underrated too. What was you saying though?
what we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about like relationships.
That's going to be
You
my
know,
next question. Honestly, I was going to say, are you
oh,
like if you're dating currently, do people ask you about that? That's what I was going to ask you, but we're just
well,
talking.
I'm married now.
Ah, what?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I met my wife on a train. Honestly, we met on the train. I was in New York City at the time. We met on a train,
Hmm.
and it's a funny story. Like after we like started dating, she looked at me one day. She was like, "Something? You don't have any eyebrows?" I was like, "No, I don't have any eyebrows." She's like, "You don't
What?
have any?" And then she looked, and then she looked like closer to me, and then she was like, "You don't have eyelashes either." So I was like, "No, no, I have alopecia." And I explained what alopecia was, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I know there was something different about you." You know,
So
so
so how long were you all dating for her to realize this?
maybe like a month, I would say, about a
And
month.
and like out of that month, how many dates did y'all have?
Not many. We talked mostly on the phone,
Okay.
and then when we had, I think it was probably like our first time, like kind of linking up.
Okay,
It was
okay. Then it makes sense then. That makes sense
okay,
then. Cause I'm like, oh, if y'all was like 3 months in and she just realized that, she ain't
right.
even worried about this. She just love you,
That's right.
man.
That's right. That's right.
She
That's
just
right.
love you, man. That's beautiful though.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So,
congratulations. When did y'all get married?
we've been married for 12 years now. So,
What?
we got married in 2014.
Bro,
2014.
marriage. I can't wait, bro. I'm jealous.
Yeah, yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Man, I'm
And and you don't. It happens when you're not looking for it either.
mm,
You just like. it just happened. Like we met, we connected, and then it was just like, yo, like, yeah, she's the one. So then
Mm.
we got married.
So like, how long did it take for you to realize like she's the one?
Um, well, we dated for 3 years
Okay,
before we got married. We dated for 3 years before we got married.
that's good courting.
But I'm sorry.
I said that's good courting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So like we really knew each other. We were like best friends, before that even happened.
All
Then
right.
we got married. But yeah, once you like my mom told me when I was young, like you're not gonna meet someone that's gonna check all the boxes. Like check every box like you ever dreamed of. Um, but she checked like almost like 99% of the boxes of everything that I want. So I was just like, nah, I gotta get better. So then, yeah.
That's amazing. Y'all
But
been thriving for 12 years, man.
12 years, man.
Yeah.
12 years.
Well, what about me though?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm in the streets.
Oh, you outside? You
I'm not
outside?
trying to be outside, man. I'm a lover boy, man. I'm tired of the
Okay.
streets.
Okay. Oh, that's well.
Yeah, man. I'm honestly just I'm not even trying to look for nothing too crazy right now. I'm
Okay.
really just focused on whatever I got going on, like my business.
Mm.
Um, definitely health. Like I've been in the gym consistently. I'm not. It's not really my worries. But I
Okay.
mean, it come around. I'm jumping right into
Of course. Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. Yeah. You should focus on it. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. It's best to focus on yourself first and get yourself right. So that way, when she comes,
Yeah,
you got
I
yourself.
gotta
You
have
got yourself
I gotta have myself together first, man.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
you can't be
Yeah.
allowing people in your space. Then you're not even ready for that, really.
Absolutely.
Hmm. But yeah, that's amazing. So like before your wife though, and I know you say you had. I don't know if you mind me asking.
No, no. So good.
Okay, okay, cool. So I know you said like before your wife you were dating and you had girlfriends and stuff like that. How did they take the alopecia?
They all embraced it, man. Like I would be like in the house with them, and I'll like have my do rag on. They were like, "Yo, take it out off. You inside." They wanted me to feel comfortable, and they just like love me for me. So I didn't really have any issues with that. And that's like I was mentioning earlier, as long when like sometimes like a girl could have like motherly love to you, or and they could just like show you like you're still handsome. Like you don't have to hide.
Right.
So all those things that happen behind closed doors allowed me to embrace it more when I got outside of closed doors. I'm like, yo, if she feels about me this way, who cares how you feel? And then that's how I was able to build my own confidence.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So yeah, they didn't. I never had any problems with like girls. Like so that's I never had anything. So I never had something like, oh, you look ugly, this, that, or like how mean certain girls could be, or people, I should say, could be. I never experienced that, fortunately.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I
Yeah.
had, I got nicknames, uh, from like me being bald or whatever. Like I got one as funny as Baldy Waldy. I'm like, bro, who is Baldy Waldy, bro? Stop disrespecting me, look, girl. But yeah, it's funny though. Like, yeah, let me like you said, embracing it. Definitely, the women I dealt with in my past, they embraced it also. Um, no, I had two long term girlfriends. One was in the stage where I was actually, having the ball spots and stuff. And the second one was like when I would look like this. And she's
Right.
like, I can spot you in a room with a million people in it. I'm like, okay. I know my man's head from anywhere. I was like, okay, all right. Well, yeah,
That's
yeah,
yeah, man. That's why I tell people like, it's like a lot of people treat you how you portray yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you portray
mm,
yourself as confident, they're gonna meet you at that level. But if you look frail and scared and things like that, they're gonna treat you at that level a lot of times. So if you just carry yourself this confidently and just really embracing yourself,
mm,
yeah, women gonna respect that. And they're
I
gonna
agree.
love you. You know. I mean, there's times to be vulnerable too. You can be vulnerable with your significant other, but a lot of times you can just embrace what you got, what you have going on, you'll be fine. You know.
I agree. So when you met your wife, and at that point you completely lost all your hair, right?
Yeah, so this I was like we met. I was 29,
29.
29. Yeah, 29 when we met.
Okay. And at that point, would you say you was like confident in yourself?
Yeah, at that point I was confident because I was like when I was 23 is when I started like working in like corporate America. And at the time, so between 23 and by the time we met, I wasn't like wearing hats no more. So
Okay.
I wear hats if I want to, but not because I felt like I needed to hide under one. So I would just like be myself. And at that time, I was super confident. I didn't have any problems. I was just like, take me or leave me, take me for where I am, you know? So when she met me, that's the energy I was given. So
Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Because I was gonna ask. I know you mentioned like you could be vulnerable. I didn't know if you were still dealing with any anything that you dealt with in your past, um, and you shared it with her. But nah, like no, because
mm,
you were done with it. It is what it is at that point, right? Right.
yeah, at
Okay.
that point, I already fully embraced it, you know? Yeah. So
And do you have children?
yeah, so we have two kids, two daughters, two
Okay.
girls.
Uh,
Yeah.
they know
One,
about. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
we should, yeah, yeah. So one is 17, the other is 10. And yeah, so they asked me about it and I just explained what it is, you know. And they're like, oh, but you're still handsome. You know, things like that. Things like that.
Aw,
Yeah.
man, got a whole family. Now I'm really jealous.
What happened in time? How old are you if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 23.
Okay, so yeah, man. Dude, 23, you're like a baby. Nah,
Man, I'm 23, man. I feel like I live forever.
yeah. Yeah, I get it. Because you've been through a lot, since you were seven and going through alopecia, things like that. It takes a lot of you have to grow up kind of fast, to kind of
Got to.
put on your armor, if you will.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
Got to.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, 23, man, you have a whole life ahead of you, man. I'm like it's almost twice your age. I'm 45.
45?
So 45. I'll be 46 this year.
Dang.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were like 35, 40.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Hey, 45. Dang, I hope I look as young as you at 45.
Yeah,
But
of course.
45
Well,
isn't old though.
you don't got gray hairs to worry about, so
Ah,
don't
no,
worry
yeah,
about
we ain't.
it.
We don't. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah.
you got any other questions you wanted to ask me?
Let's see. I think we covered like all the bases. Um, yeah, man. I'll just encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, as far as like bringing people to the spotlight and kind of hearing their stories, so that way you can continue to share that news with everyone to help encourage everyone that's going through alopecia who wants to learn about it. I think it's important. I think the more of us that brings it to the forefront, the better. I think it's important that our stories are shared. So I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, bro. I mean, I'm proud of you, and
Thank you.
if anything that I can do to help, I'm here more. I'm here to help in any way that I can.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, and likewise, I know you're doing big things. Working with the laws and having things in place with that. Your mentors, your mentorships, everything you're doing for the community. I definitely have to check out your book. Um, yeah, bro. I can't put into words how much respect I have for you and how much I really appreciate you in this community, bro. Honestly, like
Uh,
it means a ton to me. Like I've seen people really like not have anyone really ball their eyes out about not having a support system, and what you're
mm,
doing is just is crazy. Like people like you really exist, and that's all I need to know. People like you exist. Oh, we in good hands.
yeah, man. I'm here for anybody that needs encouragement, encouraging words, anything, man, anything that I can do to help. Because, like I said, man, I didn't have the resources that you have or we have today. Just to be able to like Google something and get answers. I didn't have any of that. So I want to make sure that anybody going forward have anything that they need or anybody to talk to about it. So that's yeah, just being a resource.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to collab because I love your content style.
Yeah, absolutely,
it's
man.
really nice. It's like it's so sleek, and I feel like you thought about it so much before you decided to drop your content.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm like, I really, it's, you know what, I mean, it's funny you mention that because it's coming from my book, really. It's like in my book, I put a lot of principles in there,
Hmm.
and like I'm just extracting from the book different principles and turning it into a framework. Like I have what's called, I called it a fearless framework of 5 R's. So it's like recognition, response, um, reframe, rise, radiate is the 5 R's. So it's the different phases of what people go through.
Mm.
Recognizing like what you've been through, like looking in the mirror, then you have a response that kind of speak to people when they ask you like, what's going on with you, like you respond to that, and it's reframing your mindset. Going from a victim to from going from victimhood to being a victor to understanding that you can embrace it and just rising and then radiate. Radiate is like just when you're on top of the world, and
Right.
nothing can stop you in alopecia. So just different 5 phases that I'm breaking down for people and things like that. So just trying to have an impact. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to be like how can I put it? Like a guest appearance in one of your videos one day.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do a collab or do like a I don't have a podcast, but we could do like a podcast style type of talk, kind of put something together. So I'll think about what we can do.
What
Absolutely.
if we like? I'm thinking, what if we did like a YouTube live stream or something like that, right? Both
Hmm.
of us talking how we're talking now. We have live chat just going, and we're communicating with chat. That'd be fire.
That's great. That's great. And that's also like bulletproof. They call it bulletproof content because like when people are engaging and asking questions, it's like when people watch videos, they can't really ask the video like ask people in the video questions because it's
Right.
recorded ahead of time. But when we do a live event and people could ask questions, they ask them. You get feedback, direct feedback from what the people are saying. So I'm all for it. We can definitely put something on the schedule and get that done.
We could even have like, say we're host or co-host or both hosts, whatever, and okay, so let's say we were doing it for 3 hours. Okay, for this 30-minute segment, we have Miss Harrington coming on and speaking about what she's doing with her business and how she's helping people with alopecia. Okay, that 30 minutes is over. We're talking about what she does, and then another 30 minutes we have Mr. Kendrick. He's on here talking about what he does. That'd be so cool too. Like
That's great.
throughout
We
the
could definitely.
podcast, I'm really just brainstorming. I'm throwing stuff out there.
No, I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for it. And I think that you and I we have two different perspectives. Like you have more of the like I would say younger crowd, but you have like more of the perspective of what people going through today, and I have a lot of perspective of like what people been through when I was going through it.
Mm.
So we can kind of piggyback off of the range of
That
different
is some
demographic
range.
of people that go through, right? Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited.
absolutely, man. Let's definitely like think about what we want to do, and I'm all for it.
Cool. Let's do it. I'll just text you on Instagram. That
Okay, and
works.
I'll give you my number too, so you can text me.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just text me your number. Just text me your number, and
Yeah.
then
Okay.
I'll text you from there.
Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, it was nice meeting you, Aaron. Um,
You too.
I had a great time. Talking with you. I hope you have
Absolutely.
a blessed night, and I just hope you just continue being great, just in everything you do.
You too, man. Continue being great. Continue doing your thing, and then there's a lot more to come. Like I
Yes,
said,
sir.
it's just the beginning.
It is just the beginning. Thank you so much for taking this call with me today.
Of
Um,
course.
and like I said, have a great night.
You too, man. Have a good one.
All
All right.
right, peace.
Peace out. Peace.
That was amazing.